One of the greatest killer of the destiny of a man is the spirit of competition. Never allow yourself to come to a point in life where you live your life competing yourself with other people. Even if you are born the same day, if you are twin, God will always set a different destiny for the two of you. Now, in life, I have seen people who are always bitter, who are always angry, who are always looking at the success that is recorded in the life of another person. And they are not looking inward to even thank God for where God had brought them. There are times in the life of certain people where they always feel that what is happening in the life of the other person is what is happening in life generally. You tend to forget that there are other good things that God is doing in your life as a person. Listen to me. Until you find yourself in life and discover that there's something that God is doing in your life, even though you have not get to the point where you ought to be, you know that you are not where you used to be. Growth in life and satisfaction in life comes first when you are grateful to God for where you are and you thank God for where you're going to. We are not trying to encourage mediocrity. We are not saying that we should remain where we are and not wanting to forge ahead or to become a better person. But we are saying that you can look at the life of another person and what God is doing, or what the person has planned for himself and working towards it, and forgetting that there's something that is good that is happening in your life. When I was growing many years ago, I had two friends. One was into agriculture and the other was into real estate. I have been in the construction company, and there was a time I almost left all that I have worked for to follow any of them because I was feeling they were better than me. And I was so bitter because it was as if nothing was happening in my life. I thank God I didn't do that. Today, when I look at my life and I look at their life, they are nowhere better than where I am. God had all blessed us, and it is okay. And I thank God that I followed my path. I don't compete with anybody in life. I don't fight for what God is not giving to me. I make sure that I keep every relationship that I need to keep, to do the things that I need to do, not to fight for it. I have gone close to people who are strong in government, who are strong in politics, who are influential, who are wealthy, but I don't fight for my position in their life. I know possibly I have a value I offer to them, and I make sure that I give to them what God had given to me based on the ability that I have, while I don't compete with other people. I have seen places where I go, people are competing with me. They say all sorts of things just to discredit me so that I don't have access to the people that I feel are of blessing to my life. Listen to me. God is the one that has the blueprint of our life. You are only expected to compete with the purpose that God has made you to fulfill on this earth. So what are you doing that you're not doing it better? You need to upgrade yourself to do it in a better way so that people who you're offering that service to will not go anywhere to look for it outside of you. If there's anything you must avoid, is that you must avoid competition. If there's anything that you must avoid, is that you must avoid looking at what is happening in the life of other people and forgetting what is happening in your life. If there's anything you must look up to, is to come to a point where you see the progress that you are recording and ask yourself basic questions on the way you can do it better so that you can be the best that God had made you to be. There is space for everyone on this earth to explore and become the things that God wants them to become. You must understand that you can be better. When God made us, He said we are wonderfully and we are fearfully made. I carry God in my spirit. I carry His mantle. I carry His purpose that He has put in my life to fulfill. I thank God for what is happening in the life of my brother. A man of God said, if you see something good happening around you, it means God is close to you. You're not supposed to envy the person that you see those things happening in their life, while you trust God that God will do to you. And most times we forget, some of the people we look up to and we feel something good is happening in their life. It is possible that there are certain things that we have present in our life that they lack in their life. Learn to appreciate God for what God is doing in your life, Learn to present to God the things you want to see happen in your life. Learn to be a man or a woman of integrity, so that anyone that God had brought will bring your own way in life will be somebody that will want to be with you for a very long time, to be able to offer to them anything that you have to offer, so that you can become a better person. I want to encourage you tonight to say to you that it is good that certain things are happening outside, but there's also something that is happening in your life. People will celebrate you to the level to which you are able to discover the plans and the purpose of God for your life and your ability to do it. It is the things that you are doing that brings meaning to your life. If you have a car, for example, that is functioning well, people will love to use that car to the level to which they see that car serving the person who owns that car part time. It is the same with life. People will value you by the things that they're able to see you do with your life. That is where you get relevance. That's where you get value. That's where you have something to offer. And you will be surprised that the things that you feel is nothing, that you have nothing, you are nobody, you're coming from nowhere, God brings you to a point where you will be shocked at what God is doing. I am coming for a position of disadvantage. There are so many reasons that will make me not to succeed on this earth because of the story of my life and where I'm coming from. But I know one thing. I know the God that I serve. I know where I'm headed for. I know the reason for which He created me. The assignment He gave to me is not the assignment He had given to my brother. There could be similarity, but I focus on that which is ahead of me, and I refuse to be distracted. I receive strength from the one that sends me. He is the one that will measure the level of success that I will record. No man will mark the scripts of my life, only the one that has sent me. I encourage you this evening to be focused on what God had called you to do, to be the best that you ought to be. You can always start all over. It is not over. As long as you are alive, there's hope for you. You don't say that I have lost it. Where will I start? No, listen to me. God can always start with a man at any point. Even you, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you feel you've lost. It doesn't matter the losses that you have recorded in life. God can rewrite the story of your life by your willingness to go back to Him and get the blueprint for your life and seek His face, and He will never leave you. He said He will never leave us and He will never forsake us. The Lord bless you and keep you. Thank you. My name is Emmanuel Zwahu. God